Carrie Strug, by the way, scored a 9.775, a great score.
Ordinarily, she does whip back through to that full twisting double back. She was able to do that pass as normal. Now, to get a high enough score to help the United States, this next pass will be crucial. It should be a double twist, and she needs it. They did discuss the possibility of only doing a full. Let's see what she does. There it is.
So much talk about how beautiful these gymnasts perform, but many times we forget what tough athletes they are as well. She's in pain and really pushing herself through this.
Now here's the big change in the routine. Normally she would have done a full twisting double back, which is what she opened with. She's going to water it down to a front with a full. Let me tell you how important this performance was for the United States. Without it, I think they could have slipped out of the medals. A gutsy move by Shannon Miller.
And she did limp down off those stairs. So it was a tactical decision to water down, not only to protect her, but perhaps to protect the Americans' position in the rankings.
That's okay. That's okay.
Now, while we were watching Shannon Miller, over on the beam, Alexandra Marinescu from Romania turned in a beautiful beam performance. She is the reigning junior European champion on this event.
I love this gymnast. She is a pleasure to watch. In fact, this is the first Romanian beam routine that I've seen that's not predictable. Choreography is unique.
It's interesting, she comes from the junior national team, which trains in Bucharest, separate from the girls in Deva. And there's quite a rivalry that developed between the two. As you mentioned, she looks different because she has a different choreographer, a woman named Mariana Ristia.
She has an entirely different array of skills than the rest of her teammates. And as much as I admire the Romanian team, this is refreshing.
Shannon Miller, by the way, earned a 9.725 on her floor routine.
Oh, very risky move. We have to remark on the pressure that this young gymnast is under. Final competitor up for Romania. They've had some falls, and she needed a big routine and came up with it.
And that routine earned Marinescu a 9.837, closing out the Romanians' third rotation and moving them one step closer to another world team title. As we take a look at our standings, with one rotation remaining, China has now passed the United States into second place. The World Championships, the People's Republic of China is over at the beam with Liu Xuan.
And we're always in for a treat when the Chinese approach the balance beam. They're the most creative, innovative balance beam workers with a true mastery of this event. Watch the height on this somersault. You're not going to believe it. Perfectly straight body in the air.
This was the athlete that watered down her bars routine because it wasn't getting points. This one doesn't look watered down at all.
They never hold back on this event. Back handspring, the straddle jump. There are certain requirements that the gymnasts must fulfill on each event. They take them to the hilt. They don't just do what's necessary. They do what's possible. Everything is perfectly precise, as if a photographer is going by and taking pictures of every single move. Oh, step on the landing. But the rest of it was just gorgeous.
Big smile.
They're pretty happy, and of course they're in second place, the first time ever that they've led the Americans here in the final rotation.
Bart, this is incredible. Look how square her body is to the beam. Hips and shoulders perfectly in line.
And the score for Leo is a 9.85. Russia is over at the uneven bars, where the woman who won the bronze medal at the last World Championships, Dina Kochakova, is the next athlete.
What's most amazing about this athlete is her physical fitness and how tight she is throughout all the elements. It's a nice combination going the other direction than we're usually seeing. This is the best part of the routine. Most people like the high-flying release moves and really miss out on the great transitions and how difficult they are.
It's a nice routine for Russia. They've been sort of overlooked in this team battle between U.S. and China and Romania. The Americans are over on the vault. If they don't hit well over there, the Russians could sneak in and take that bronze medal away from them.
Once again, Mo Huilan, who has been the high scorer for her country in the last two rotations.
And I really cannot say enough about the talent of this Chinese team. Look at that one-arm handstand and lowers down to a one-arm L. Challenge you at home to find any imperfections in this routine. They're hard to find.
Kochakova just earned a 9.85.
Watch this. Round off layout, so high above the beam.
We've come to expect the Chinese to make some mistakes, but they've been solid, more consistent than we've seen them.
The only reason why this team is not in first place is because they were weak in the compulsories on vault and bars. If they pull those up, the rest of the world better watch out.
They really are a very emotionally demonstrative team.
Watch this move. This is a round-off layout. It's so high and so beautiful. If you saw someone do it on the floor, you'd say that's amazing, let alone on a 4-inch wide beam, 4 feet off the ground.
And the judges award Mo a 9.9 for that beautiful routine. That's the highest award given on the beam all day.
You know, John, in contrast to the American women who are so uptight right now, it's kind of fun to watch the Chinese. They're loose, they're having a good time, and they are in a hunt for the medals.
While the Americans are performing in the vault area, the Russians are closing the gap for third place over on the uneven bars. Here's Svetlana Horkina.
And this is possibly one of the most unique routines in the competition. And it's made more spectacular by her long body. Watch all the pirouetting moves. Here's one of my favorites right here. Full over the bar into a 1.5. Watch the technique on this dismount. Nicely done.
Kathy, you know, we've mentioned this before. Her coach, his name is Boris Pilkin, and he very cleverly designed her routines. Watch this giant swing technique. She's going to arch and straddle at the same time and set up the dismount. Because she's so tall, that technique allows her to do such a spectacular dismount. Very clever.
Horkina earns a 9.912. That's the best bar score of the day.